All right. Today we have the Hero Solid by Brunswick. See me here throwing it and Cody getting in the way. But as you can see, that dynamic core that it's gotten in really kind of gets a little bit of more room in that pocket for you.
Not to mention, it's got great shelf kill.
Oh yeah. See, yep, throwing that Hero Solid. I believe this was the first shot of the 300 that I shot with it during filming, which was, real nice. Made me feel good about myself. But really with the ball reaction, you can see it has a good amount of read in the mid lane. Even though you can get some motion on the back, you can kind of create it with your hand. As you can kind of see here, you get into the friction, you can get some angle off of it, even with the mid lane read. This is kind of compared to the Web Tour by Hammer, the original, not the hybrid, which for me was about 5 right with my feet and 2 right with my eyes. So definitely playing a lot straighter with it, just because when it got into the friction too early, it just kind of either died or overread.
I know personally with me with the Web Tour, when I threw it, the ball was very, very smooth off spot. It never did anything really uncontrollable, which makes a great benchmark ball. With the Hero Solid, I noticed with all bigger symmetrical solids, it's actually, it's not like your big ASIMs, your big sanded balls like that. They actually still blend out the lanes really, really well. That's what the great thing about symmetrical cores are.
And so for me, this has quickly become my benchmark ball. It can let me read the lane and tell me if I need to ball up or ball down, depending on what I'm seeing from it. If it gets a little too smooth, it'll let me know without it just immediately giving me bad ball reaction. You can get, it really shows the transition happening without it really immediately reacting to it. It's real nice for me. So I used to exclusively throw Storm and Roto Grip, and throwing this ball, it immediately reminded me of the Phase 2 with the reaction shape that I got out of it. Just that real good mid lane without really kind of sacrificing much of the back end. Granted, you just kind of have to create that shape with it, but still. Then we have Cody throwing the Verge by DV8, which is his benchmark ball.
Yeah. So basically, I will say, last year, I remember coming to my pro shop guy and basically saying, hey, look, I need a ball that really just drives through the pins. And he decided to get me the Verge. Come now a year later, and the Hero Solid, man, what a year difference makes. And this ball just drives through. Everything. I was playing really, really deep. I think we had 2 days where we shot 2 different.
We had 2 different filming
sessions for it. And this one, the pattern was really, really dry. And as you saw there, the Verge just didn't. I left a lot of 7 pins on this day, and even though it has dynamic core, it just did not drove through as well at all.
The ball kind of died since he's gotten it.
Yeah.
And as you can kind of see, it's definitely a bit sharper compared to the Hero, but also definitely a lot less dry. Yeah. And this is our second filming day. Me in the red Hammer shirt. As you can see, Cody here.
That's
I think that
is the Verge right there.
Yeah.
And the cool part, the reason why that I like the Verge is it allows me to play right, play deep, and then play my normal line. I think that's usually how I play right there. And I think this one.
You're actually throwing the Hero.
That's the Hero right there. And even though I missed left, that ball, if I throw that same line with the Verge, I'm not carrying.
Yeah.
And for years, I think this was actually a decent shot right there. For years, I've thrown Brunswick ever since I started. And I remember I wanted a ball that could just drive through the lower. When I first started, I was low rev, and nothing. I just flat 10 or ring 10 or whatever. And finally, Brunswick came out with a phenomenal ball that just, again, drives through. And I love
Not to
throwing
say
this
that they
ball.
haven't before, but just that Cody hasn't
This-
really like. This is kind of the closest to Cody's Verge when it was fresh,
Yes,
and
I'd say it's better.
Absolutely, coming off
I'd
the
say it's
stand,
better.
it reads the lane and it just drives hard. It's like where the Verge was a great ball, and granted, that Verge was a year old and this
Yeah.
ball's a lot more fresh.
Yeah.
But just seeing that ball come off the spot that hard, it just, and you see the pin just go everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, when I first got the Verge, I was like, holy cow, this ball just was magical. When I threw this, my first impression was, oh my goodness, what did they do? I mean, I thought I was like shot out of a cannon sort of mentality. I mean, I've never seen pins that in any ball that I've thrown fly this much. And definitely, if I had again replaced the Verge tomorrow, this ball would be in my bag because, like he said, it comes off the spot really well, and it doesn't.
it seems very responsive to hand positions without it being reliant on them for the motion, which
Yeah.
is really kind of a rare motion to see, which is kind of why I said it reminded me of the Phase 2, which used to be my benchmark. But
I mean, even then though, it doesn't punish you. Right? Usually when you go through transition, usually if you had the wrong ball in your bag, if you move too deep and doesn't have enough to come back and leave the 2-8-10, you move deep with this ball, it's not going to punish you. It gives you a chance to still make that move, but not put you in a devastating hole.
yeah, a lot of big block symmetrics, whenever you're moving left, they kind of quit. But we didn't really get too many good shots of them because it was mostly experienced in league.
Yeah.
But the deeper we got with it, it never really quit. Just kind of continued off of that friction,
And that's
which is really kind of rare to see because, especially I'm trying to think. I have the Idol, which it only really responded like that when it was polished. Which this one we threw it at 3,000 grit on both filming sessions, and it just read perfectly.
Well, also, I'd like to add, though, too, the thing with benchmark balls is if you get it too much in the oil, at least I've seen this on house shots, you get it too much in the oil, you're going to just be ringing 10 after ringing 10. You get it too far to the right, and it's going to check early and not have enough energy to go through the pins as much as you need it to. This ball, and especially on this second filming session, because there was a lot more oil, when I got the ball in, it held and had enough just to carry that 10, and then when I got it right, it still had enough to come in and knock out the 10. So this ball really blends out very, very nice with miss room and how much it can drive through.
Oh yeah.
So definitely a great ball. Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Go see my ball reviews. Oh shoot, I missed again. Hopefully you don't miss us next time. Thanks for watching.